basically, I'm going to give you a little presentation. So I'm just going to share my screen. Just bear with me a minute. Okay, so I'm basically just going to run through basically about FairForex and why we're basically completely different to any other broker you've ever dealt with. So first of all, my name's Chrissy Jones, and I am British, as you can tell by my accent. However, I do live in Los Angeles now. I've lived in LA with my family for since 2018. We came over here as investors, myself, my husband, and my 3 children. And we absolutely love this country. And basically, I've been trading full time for about 3 years. And when I say full time, I mean proper full time trading, sitting in front of charts for 14 hours a day, waking up in the night to check my trades, proper trading. And basically, I got this forte of trading gold. So my main things I traded was GBP USD, because obviously I'm British, and I understood the politics of Britain and kind of what was happening with Brexit and how that would affect the pound. But I also got involved in trading gold a lot as well. And what happened was that I did my education in one of these groups. This one I did was IML. And I was in a group with other traders, and it was all about US 30. And I got kicked off the group because I started talking about gold, and the group leader got annoyed with me. So everyone contacted me on Telegram and said, why don't you create your own group on gold? So I did. And basically, I got a reputation for trading gold. I basically would send out free signals. But more importantly, it was more for support because, trading full time is a lonely job. It's for my support, but also for theirs. And this community grew and grew and grew. And we were just trading, as you do. And everyone was complaining about their broker all the time, like every day. And I wasn't happy with my broker either. Manipulation was going on, people's their platform was freezing and all this sort of thing. And I just said as a joke one day, one day I'm going to set up a broker and I'm going to be a fair broker. And everyone messaged me saying, you should do that. You should set up a broker. So I thought, well, I'll look into it, and see if it's that easy. And it wasn't easy because it took me 6 months to set up the company. But when I was setting it up and doing my research, this is when I found out all the scams that go on in the industry behind closed doors that you just wouldn't believe. And basically, these scams were all available to me. As a broker, I could use these scams to make money. However, I just decided that, there's so many brokers in the market. The market is saturated with brokers all doing the same thing, all using the same scams to scam people from their money. And I just decided I didn't want to be like them and follow the herd and be a scammy broker. Firstly, because I'm a trader myself. Secondly, because I have all these people on my chat group that are complaining about these things. And the third reason was because I didn't want to be following the same marketing strategy, the same, philosophy that they were doing. And I just thought, instead of being like them, I'm going to take this broker in a direction that no one has ever done before. And that is to highlight these scams to people, make people aware of them, and basically get my customers that way. So what we're all about as a summary is that FairForex is for traders by traders. Everyone that works in my organization, or nearly everyone, is a trader. So I have 2 sales managers who are traders. I have the marketing manager who's a trader. I have the chief sales and marketing manager as a trader. I'm a trader. I've got 2 people on support who are traders. So we are basically completely and utterly for the traders. So when you speak to people in our organization, we know and understand what you want in a broker because we trade ourselves. So that's kind of like what we're all about. And what I'm going to be doing now is just running through a presentation to highlight to you the scams that are going on and why we're different, basically. So the first thing that you would think when you have a broker is that the broker is there to help you be successful. They are holding your money on your behalf. They are executing your trades in the market on your behalf. So you would expect them to be working in your best interests, but that is absolutely not the case at all. Basically, many brokers actually want you to lose. And the reason for this is there are different types of execution in the market, A book and B book. Now, it's very important that you know this because with B book, B-book is when the broker is trading against you and your trade doesn't even hit the market. So instead of your trade being opened, as you would expect to be opened in the market, it's actually just opened on the broker's platform. Whereas A-book is when the broker isn't trading against you. So it's very important to know this. And the thing is that most brokers, 99.9%, all use B-book, okay? And the thing is that you don't know if your trade is in A-book or B-book. You wouldn't have a clue. They could change it from one minute to another. Now with FairForex, we don't even have B-book. So what B-book is when you have, as a broker, you have a system where trades are executed and you can choose whether they go on an A-book or a B-book system. Well, we don't even have a B-book system because right from the outset, I said to my liquidity provider, I'm completely against B-book because B-book is trading against the customer. So we don't even have B-book, whereas all these other brokers, they have A-book and B-book. And what they do is they put all the good traders on A-book and send the trades to market. And then all the bad traders or the new traders that don't know what they're doing or people that lose, they put on B-book. And I'm going to run through some points about each of those. So the first one is A-book. This is what FairForex is all the time. So whenever you open a trade, your trade is executed into the market. And whenever you open a trade, someone always has to be on the other side of that trade. So when you open a Euro USD sell, someone has to be taking the other side of that trade. So that's what liquidity is. So when you open a trade with FairForex or any other A-book broker, when you open it, it goes to the market. So the person taking the other side of that trade is another trader, or it could be a hedge fund or a bank. Whereas, and with that, it doesn't make any difference to me if you win or lose because, you're trading in the market. So if you win that trade, another person in the market loses. And if you lose, another person in the market wins, right? So with that type of execution, we as a broker only make money on the spread when you open and close the trade. So, it's in our interest for you to be successful because the more successful you are, the more you're going to grow your account and the bigger the lot sizes you're going to open and the more lots you're going to open, the more you're going to trade and the more you're going to recommend that to others. So from us, that is our strategy because we want you to be successful because the more you trade, the more money we make because we only make money when you open and close the trade. Whereas with B-book brokers make money they make money on the spread, but they also make money when you lose. Because instead of your trade being opened in the market and a bank or a hedge fund or another trader taking the other side, the broker takes the other side. So your trade doesn't even hit the market. It just basically sits on the broker's platform. And this basically means that the broker wants you to lose because if you win, you're taking money from them. But if you lose, you're giving them money. So the broker is basically trading against you. And this basically leads to various types of manipulation because what brokers do is they have people sitting in front of computers monitoring your trades 24/7 and using these tricks to basically take you out of your trade or make you lose money. So a common way of doing this is platform freezes. Now, platform freezes can happen. They can happen with FairForex, and this can happen when there's a big influx of news, such as, I remember like when the Fed announced an interest rate decision or if there's a Brexit announcement, sometimes it can go a bit crazy for a few milliseconds. But what isn't normal is to have constant platform freezing. And Hugo's Way is one of the worst for this. I remember when I had my group, people would complain every single day about Hugo's Way, platform freezing. This is all a way to basically stop you from opening and closing trades and moving your stop losses and stuff like that. Another thing that they do is to basically use different techniques of manipulation. So they can purposely increase spreads. Like I said, they have people sitting in front of computers monitoring everything and moving spreads, basically moving their price. Now, when you're on B-book, B-book brokers actually control the price. So people will say to me, why is your price 5 pips different from Hugo's Way? My price is the market price, which is determined by liquidity. But Hugo's Way is the price the brokers decided to do. So the broker, they have people literally moving price up and down or whatever they want to do. Big stop loss hunts, so taking the price right up, wicking it up, taking everybody out, and then bringing it back down again. Another thing they do is moving stop losses, cancelling stop losses, sending the requotes message. I remember there was a few of us trading Bitcoin. It went up to like $2,500, and we were all trying to trade it, close it in profit, and we kept getting the requotes message. Basically, just a way to stop you closing in profit. As soon as it went down to break even, guess what? We could all close our trades. So yeah, so that's basically some of the things that they do to manipulate your trading environment, and that's because, as I said, they want you to lose. Another thing that they do is swap manipulation. This is an example of a real person a few weeks ago who had made just over 4,000 on a US 30 sell. Now the swap fee should have been $4.21. But as you can see, the swap fee for holding that position for one night was $4,693. Now, it shouldn't have been that. It should have been $4.21. But what Hugo's Way did was they quickly changed the swap to this amount so that she'd lose all her profit. And that's because she was on VBook. So they didn't want her to make money. And they'd obviously, the reason they do this is because they didn't notice this at the time. They weren't able to take her out in another way during the trade, so they decided to take her out with swaps. This is another example of that happening again. This was with FX Choice. Should have been not 33 cents, but the actual swap was just over 2,000. Again, taking all the profit away that they've made. And this is just two examples of many that I've seen. I could literally spend an hour showing you examples of swap manipulation from all brokers. The other thing I want to tell you about is liquidity. Now, liquidity is very important, again, because this determines pricing and spreads. Now, with FairForex, we are basically a true ECM broker. Now, lots of brokers out there like Hugo's Way, KOT, Eagle FX, someone's put on there Osprey FX, that's another one. They're all scammy, by the way, they're not a good broker. All of these brokers say that they are ECN, but they're not true ECN. And it's very important that you know what true ECN is, because these brokers that I've just mentioned, they are actually STP. And I'm going to explain the difference between the two. But if you could just imagine that liquidity is like a big ocean, it's like a big sea. And the deeper and darker the ocean, the more fish that will be in it. And you can imagine that the big fish are like the hedge funds and the banks, and the small fish are the retail traders. And basically, like I said earlier, when you open a trade, someone has to take the other side. So you need lots of fish because, you're in there, you need another fish to take your other side of the trade. So the deeper and darker the ocean or the liquidity, the more fish, the more competition there is to take the other side of your trade. And this is how we get good pricing and low spreads. Now, with true ECN, which is what we're all about, your trade is executed straight into the market. Because it's a deep, dark pool full of lots of fish, you get cheaper pricing, lower spreads. You're not going to get the requotes message, better liquidity, less slippage, and basically much faster execution because your trade goes straight into the sea. Whereas with STP, which is what Hugo's Way, KOT, all of them are doing, they're not actually true ECN, they're STP. Now, what that means is that instead of your trade going straight into the deep, dark ocean, your trade is going into a little river, but it has to first be matched to a river. So they have like 5 liquidity providers, each are rivers, small little rivers with less fish in them, and a middleman has to match your trade to one of those rivers. This basically delays things. This means that there's delay in execution. And it also means that because it's going into a little river instead of a big, massive sea, there's less fish, less competition for your trade, which means there's higher pricing and higher spreads. So this is something that is very important, that you always use a true ECM broker. Another scam that you should avoid is things like the bonus scam. I've noticed KOT do this. They were sending emails out to people. Just avoid any broker that sells bonuses or promotes bonuses that they say, if you deposit this, we'll give you a bonus of this. Okay, that is screaming out B-book, 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 because they are not going to give you free money. Okay, there's just no way. And if you read the small print of these scams, then you will see that you can't actually ever withdraw the bonus without hitting impossible targets. So for example, you deposit $100 to get your $50 bonus, you would have to open the equivalent of 10 lots with $100. That's impossible. Okay, absolutely impossible. Even if you won every trade, which is not going to happen, you still wouldn't physically be able to do that. You can't withdraw the bonuses. It's just basically a way to make you over leverage, because you can't even use the bonus to hold trades open, so you can't use it as margin. So it's just a way to make you over leverage and blow your account. And it actually results in you spending more money and trying to open the trades to achieve the targets that are impossible anyway. You know, you'd spend more money than you would on getting the bonus. So any broker that tells you, tries to promote you or get you to join with a bonus, just avoid like the plague, because they are screaming out, I'm a scammer. Now, the other thing I want you to know about us is our spreads. Our pricing strategy is that we are very low spreads. In fact, we are probably, I don't like to say, but we are probably the world's lowest. The reason I say that is because I personally check spreads every week, and I check them against all brokers across the world. So all the US brokers, I check them against the Australian, New Zealand, UK, South African, all the brokers, the main major brokers, I always check our spreads every week, and they are definitely the lowest. And one of the things that people scream about us in reviews is how great our spreads are. So really you need to check out our spreads. They're very, very good, very competitive. And the reason that we are able to do that is because our pricing strategy is low pricing but high volume of customers. So that's, you know, how we're able to offer much lower spreads, and because we're less greedy than other brokers. You know, our whole thing is about being fair. So, you know, we are less greedy than them. We just want to make money, but obviously we're not going to be greedy about it. And so, you know, we're there to be for the traders. So this is some examples of our spreads compared to the American ones. As you can see, these are the raw spreads compared to their raw spreads. So GDP USD, we're 0.2, and the others are like 1 pip or above. That's a significant saving. Euro USD, our raw spreads even go as low as 0.0 pips occasionally. And you can basically see from this diagram that we are significantly lower. In US 30, we're half of the others. And US 500, we are, you know, a quarter or more of the others. So we are significantly lower in our spreads. And when you look at how much that is costing you to open a trade, again, you can see significant savings. So including any commission the broker charges, for us to open a Euro USD is $9, and the others it's between 12 and 22. And then with your GDP USD, with $10, they're between 15 and 29. So that's, again, a significant saving when you are trading, you know, and this is just for one trade. So imagine if you're trading lots of trades, which obviously you are going to, the savings really do add up. The other great thing about us is that we offer all these great ways to deposit and withdraw. Now, a lot of brokers that only give Bitcoin, this is another scam. This is all to make money out of you, because you think you're getting free withdrawals and deposits. Yeah, probably. But what's happening is every time you're moving your Bitcoin to your USD wallet and back again, they're taking money off you. So they're making money on a commission exchange rate. So yeah, don't be fooled by thinking that it's free when it's not. With FairForex, we offer absolutely free. There's no charge to deposit. Visa, MasterCard without having to buy Bitcoin or use Instacoins. It's a proper Visa, MasterCard. Bank wire, obviously, wire you can wire us. PayPal, Cash App, this is for deposits. Cash App, Zelle, Bitcoin, you can use all those. And then you can use all of those to withdraw plus PayPal. So we don't offer PayPal for deposits, but we do for withdrawals. But just to be able to Cash App us, it's like, you know, it's just amazing. People love it, or Zelle. And to get that in a withdrawal, it's just amazing without being forced to buy or sell Bitcoin. Obviously, we offer Bitcoin if you want, but a lot of people prefer just Cash App or whatever. So that's very convenient. Also about us, we are very, well, the main sort of things I say is that we make ourselves accountable. Now, the first thing is that you would never meet the owner of Hugo's Way, KOT, Osprey FX, LMFX. You'll never meet any of them, right? And the reason you won't is because they don't want to show their face to you, because they don't want you to know who they are. We don't know who owns these companies. We don't know where they are in the world or anything. Whereas with FairForex, we actually put a face to the broker. If you go onto our Instagram, which is at FairForex Broker, you will see lots of pictures of us with our customers. We've actually traveled around the States. We are going to continue to do so. We've been to Houston, South Carolina, North Carolina, Los Angeles, Texas. We went to Columbus, Ohio, sorry. So yeah, so we've basically traveled all around, meeting customers, actually going out there, telling them about the scams, and also giving like trading tips as well. Because I am actually a genuine 7-figure trader. So, you know, I go around helping people and giving tips and sharing information. So we actually do not only do you put a face, but we also go out and meet customers as well. We have a 24/7 human customer service. You do not have to go on and speak to a robot and get stupid answers back that do not answer your question, like most of these brokers. You actually speak to a human straight off the bat. And as I said, a lot of the people that you'll be speaking to actually are traders themselves anyway. We also action on feedback. So we've had people, I had like a couple of leaders said to me, you know, is there anything you could do on the gold spread? So I went and spoke to our liquidity provider, and was able to reduce that by 3 pips. We had some people ask about the crypto spreads. I was able to get those right down. So, you know, we listen to people's feedback, and if, you know, we can't do anything, then obviously we'll let you know and we'll think about it for the future. But when we can do something, we do action on it. So not only do you have the face, you know who I am, you know who runs the broker, but you can also speak to people, and you can also get, you know, feedback and stuff like that. So it's just the accountability. And we are in the process of becoming regulated. We are regulation pending. Our application is in, but there's been delays because of COVID. However, you know, we're expecting to get our license within the next few weeks. So yes, to the person that asked, we are in the process of becoming regulated. So you've also got that as well, to know that, you know, we are actually going to be accountable, and we have to put a very large bond deposit down with the government in order to become regulated. The other thing is we have very good customer feedback. If you go onto our Trustpilot page, type in FairForex, or you can go onto our Instagram as well, and basically you will see all the loads and loads and loads of reviews. Most of the people comment things like basically that we're very trusted, transparent, we are a game changer, and like any other broker they've ever dealt with. So yeah, I think you will, if you go onto our Instagram and click on the reviews in the highlights, you will see lots and lots of great reviews, and there's even more on Trustpilot. So yeah, have a look. If you don't believe what I'm saying, you can believe your peers, because they have given good feedback for us. With account types, so there's different account types that we offer. So there's the standard account. Now with the standard account, there's no commissions. So this is something people love, because, you know, you're not, every time you open a trade with Hugo's Way or KOT, you're having to pay a fee. But with us, there is no fee. So with the standard account, there's no commissions, apart from if you trade stocks or crypto, there's a commission. However, with those two, we give raw spreads. The reason we do that is because that's the way we're charged by our liquidity provider, but also it works out to be cheaper for you as well. So that's why we've done that. So, but normal Forex, you know, commodities and indices, there's no fee at all. So you're basically just getting, you know, you're just basically opening the trade, no fees. The raw spread account is where we give completely raw spreads. So with spreads, there's the market spread, which is determined by the liquidity, which is determined by how many fish are in the ocean. But then also there's the markup that the broker does. And that's, like I said earlier, we make money every time you open and close the trade. So on the standard account, there's a markup on the spread of 0.8 pips, which is the lowest in the world, because the only other person who's anywhere near us is IC Markets, and they're from 1 pip. So 0.8 is literally the world's lowest markup, and no commissions. With the raw spread account, there's no markup at all. So you're getting completely raw pricing, literally determined by the fish in the ocean. But with the raw spread, there is a commission. So it's $6 per lot, or if you have a pro raw spread account, it's $5 per 1.0 lot. If you have that, that's pro is when you have 10,000 or more in your balance. And then we also offer Islamic accounts as well. If we have some Muslim clients who can't be paid or charged interest on overnight positions. So that's the account types. Then just to run through the kind of trading conditions. So we offer 1 to 500 leverage, up to 1 to 500. Obviously, you can have lower if you want, but that's the max. We also give the highest indices on highest leverage on indices ever known to man. You can trade US 30 with $50 in your account, because we offer the full 1 to 400 on indices, whereas the other brokers only offer like 1 to 100. We offer the futures and the cash indices. Now, I want to point something very important to people, because we've had some issues with this. When you are trading the indices, make sure you select the correct ones, because we offer the cash and the futures. So all of our indices that end in .spot are the cash indices, which is what, if you're with Hugo's Way or KOT, that's the equivalent of that. But if you want to trade the futures, then it's just US 30 with no dot or anything at the end. So make sure you're trading the correct one. So normal indices is .spot. Futures is just no dot. And also, if you do trade indices a lot, we have an indices crib sheet, because our, we want to make sure that you're selecting the correct lot size and stuff like that. So this lot size, this crib sheet is very, very handy to make sure that you're using the right lot sizes, because our leverage is slightly different. Obviously, we give you more leverage. So make sure you contact support or your leader and get that indices crib sheet. 24/7 crypto, obviously that's a given nowadays. We also offer stocks, so all the major stocks, Tesla, Amazon, Apple, all of that lot. You can start with $50. Minimum deposit is $50. And we also give all the customers that deposit at least $100, you can have access to our free signals channel. Now, we don't recommend that you stop following any other signal provider that you already are, like in your family, your group now, because our signals are not like constant signals sending out all day. Our signals are some swing trades, so probably about maybe 5 or 6 swing trades a week. And the pips on that have been ranging between 500 to sometimes 2,000 pips a week, but on an average, maybe between 500 to 1,000 pips a week. Now the people that are on that signals channel, there's 4 signal providers. There's Hosam, Ren, Jake, and Alonso. I've personally followed, well, Jake's actually works for us, but the other 3 people I personally followed for 2 years before I allowed them to be on my signals channel. So these are tried and tested signal providers that I personally have followed myself and continue to follow. So, the fact that we even give, the signals is another proven fact that we are a broker that wants you to win, wants you to succeed, and doesn't trade against you. So that's that. And if you are already a customer of ours, someone's just asked, how do you join the signals chat? What you do is, once you've signed up, you've been verified and made your deposit, you'll go into the client portal, FairForex portal, and you'll see on the left-hand side in the menu, there's a section that says signals. If you click on that, then it gives you the instructions on what you need to do. And also, we also provide free indicators. These are indicators that I have developed. I didn't actually create them myself, but I got them like about 2 years ago, and I've literally spent so many years like tweaking them and testing them and like trying to get them as perfect as possible. So these signals that these indicators that we have, again, are free to download, and they are really good indicators. There's a Fibonacci, which is like, it's automatic, so you don't have to like move it all the time. It just reads your charts, and it's the most accurate Fibonacci in the world. It's just amazing. So if you like the Fibonacci, that's a great indicator to use. With regards to MetaTrader, we actually provide the MetaTrader 5, not the 4. The reason for this is it's basically an updated version of MT4. It's like having an iPhone 12 instead of an iPhone 8. A lot of people get a bit scared, oh, we've got to move to a different MetaTrader. Trust me, it's literally like upgrading your phone. Once you've gone to MT5, you will never look back. You will never go to MT4. It is so much better. There's loads more features, like on the app, you can just literally move your stop loss up and down without having to physically type the numbers in. It's just got more indicators. It's everyone that's on MT5 now is like, wow, I wish I'd done this ages ago. So don't be scared or worried about moving over to MT5. It's much, much better. And if you've got indicators that you are, are really attached to that are MT4 programs, it's really easy to switch them to MT5. You just go on to mql.com, and there are loads of freelancers on there, and they'll change it over to you for like $30. So that's really good. So that's it really. Oh no, one other thing. We offer an introducing broker program as well. So this is basically like a 25% profit share on spreads. So like I said before, we make money on the markup of the spreads. And what we do with that markup is we share 25% of it with people that prefer customers. So if you refer customers, they basically, you have a link. If you become an introducing broker, which is easy to do, you just contact support and they'll make you one. You give out your link to people, they sign up and automatically become under you, and every time they open a trade you make money. So it's basically money for doing nothing, and it's just, it can really accumulate into a nice income if you've got a lot of people under you. There's no limits on that, and you can withdraw at any time, and there's like daily payouts. So that's another thing that might be of interest. So now the only thing to say is, have you got any questions? Because I'm obviously open to questions.
Okay, so why is the lot size a little different? Because I'm testing out some of the trades on demo, and I see the lot size a little off when it comes to, I need a higher lot size for a little bit equivalent amount when it comes to regular brokers.
Yeah, so they're not off, they're just a bit different. So basically what you need to do is, as I said before, if you're trading like US 30, use the crib sheet. That's just literally, I think, one of the only ones that's different, because on the US 30, our pip is $5 instead of 10. So all you do is double your lot size. So if you follow the crib sheet that we have, you can contact support and get that. And basically it just tells you, it's so easy, honestly, like no one else has a problem with it. Just literally get the sheet, follow it, and you'll be fine.
Because I'm testing on XRP and I see it's a little okay, got it.
Yeah,
so
we have a crypto sheet as well, but again, it's with the XRP, instead of ours is 1 instead of 0.01. So if you want to open like a 1.0 lot, just type in 100 instead of 0.01. But just follow the sheet. We've got a crypto sheet as well.
Okay.
So yeah, just follow those, and they're the only. Everything else is exactly the same. So gold, silver, the stocks, all the forex pairs, everything's the same.
Okay, so just crypto and US 30 is different.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
No problem. And then to sign up, you should get the link. My 2 Instagrams, so FairForex Broker, go on and follow that, and then check out all the reviews. And then at Chrissy Jones Official is my Instagram.
Me personally, I love this broker. I'm very appreciative of Chrissy for taking her time out to share this information with us. Guys, put some fire in the chat for Chrissy, because this is the broker that we've been looking for, right? Everything that we need. Like I said, the customer service is out of this world. It's out of this world. And this is just another opportunity as us for investors to not get manipulated in these markets, to really have a fair shot of being able to be profitable, right? Not have all these fees against us. I have been in the position where I have won $3,000 and then the fee be like $3,500 and I'm negative. I'm like, well, I just made $3,000. I have been there. We've all been there. And I really, guys, just make a demo account, right? Just test it out. Please, please, please test out MT5. That's the first thing, right? It's just an updated version. And like she said, it's like going from the iPhone 12 to the iPhone 8 and stuff like this that the world needs, right? Everybody that trades, when they come in, they start with brokers like Q Goes Way and KOT and literally every other broker out there, like Chrissy says, they're trading, they want us to lose, right? They want us to lose. And we finally found somebody like Chrissy that is going to work with us and just help us elevate and not have to worry about being scammed. So guys, I appreciate you for your time. I appreciate you, Chrissy. Love and respect each of you for getting on at 9:50 and really looking at this information, guys. Make sure you do your research. Make sure you follow Chrissy on IG on both accounts, right? Ask questions, play with the demo so that you can get more comfortable with using it, right? Download MT5 right now, right? Make you a demo account. So I appreciate you, Chrissy. Appreciate all of y'all for tuning in.
Thank you, guys. Yeah, and thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure.